Hello friends! I haven't done a live video for a while, but today my co-captain for the Climb Out of Darkness in support of postpartum progress, Jacqueline Brissett, she put a video up on her live feed today about her experience with postpartum depression and the crazy time that she was living in. And I felt encouraged by hearing her brave words today to just kind of put a video up there about my story. And many of you have heard parts of my story about postpartum depression and later my bipolar and anxiety diagnoses. But sometimes it's good to just hear someone share their story and actually see my face speaking those words. So here I am going to just share a little bit about my story, and the reason I'm sharing this publicly is so that there may be a mom right now listening to this and watching this video who is struggling. She's struggling really a lot. Makes me tear up thinking about those moments. And I want her to know that she's not alone. When we got pregnant with the boys in 2010, I did the regular pregnancy thing, but then I was put on bed rest for 2 months, and I sat on this red couch. See this red couch? It's got stuff on it because, I have kids now. I sat on this red couch for 2 months, and my only job was to give those boys a place, an environment to thrive. And so I did, and I sat on this red couch for 2 months, looking outside my window, and I was really... it was challenging. I was so uncomfortable, and I just wanted to meet these little boys that were in my tummy. And so then they finally came 6 weeks early, and it was exciting, but also the unknown of what's to come. And little did we know there was a lot to come. The boys were in the hospital for 9 weeks, and I was able to be at home and recover from the C-section, and I was pumping and bringing the bottles to the hospital, and they would give them to the boys. And after 9 days, our boys came home, but that's when the really challenging part started for us. And I remember trying to nurse for, I think it was a week. One baby watched on, one baby wouldn't, so I'd still have to pump it. It was just crazy, and so I just decided to stop nursing. And it was the right decision for my mental health, but I also, formula costs a lot of money. And so we did that. But anyways, throughout all this time, I ended up going back to work full-time at 8 weeks, which, if you do the math, the boys were only 2 weeks old gestationally. And I remember going back to work and telling my coworker that I had only slept 2 hours the night before. Went back to work on a Monday, and by Thursday I was already calling in sick because I was just so tired. I couldn't function. I remember crying in my boss's office because I was physically tired, mentally tired, and he did what he could do to support me, but also didn't realize the extent, nor did I or anyone around me, how bad things were. And so I did this routine for a very long time. It seems like it was months, and I would drop the boys off at my parents' house, and I'd cry, and because I was so tired and depressed, and then I'd get back into the car and head to work. And I did this over and over again. And then there were times where I had horrible thoughts of doing things to my children that I wouldn't want to admit to anyone, but I also know that my brain wasn't thinking correctly. And so that wasn't me. That was the depression talking. And those moments scared me. And thank God, really, thank God that I didn't take action on the thoughts that I had in my head. And literally a year later after struggling with this, I wanted to take my own life and didn't know what to do, and finally got a little bit of medical help in the sense that I checked myself into a local psychiatric hospital. And just so you know, if you ever plan on it, don't check yourself in on a Friday, because you don't get very good help at a psychiatric hospital on a Friday because all the big doctors only work Monday through Friday. So I was there from a Friday to a Monday, and basically I slept and was monitored, and they got the medicine in me and kept me safe. But it wasn't what I needed for a woman struggling with postpartum depression. It wasn't the best situation for me. I needed someone that understood what it was like to have a mental health issue as a mother, and I struggled. I searched online. Here I am, college educated, and I couldn't find the resources that I needed to get me some help. The psychiatric places are great. Drug rehab facilities are fantastic, but when you're dealing with postpartum depression, those facilities aren't the right place for us to be if they don't have a knowledge of maternal mental health. So a lot of why I'm sharing all this is there's a great organization called Postpartum Progress, and I wish I had known more about them when I was struggling, because there were so many more resources that they have and networks and a community they have that I wish I had access to when I was in the throes of my depression. So the rest of my story I've shared as well is that, it was later, there was a bipolar diagnosis. And so the two of them, kind of the stress of having the boys, brought about to the surface an issue that was stemming for years. Mental health, often can be a genetic, genetic disposition, which I had. And it wasn't until the boys' birth, which by no means would I ever take, I would never take away. All that stress brought about a chemical issue that I really needed to deal with. And honestly, I am so blessed because of my postpartum, my anxiety, and my bipolar, because I have realized how strong I truly am. I always thought I was a weak person in the sense that I couldn't really tough up sometimes to get through things. And I've come to realize that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I would be. See, I'm going to tear up again. I've met so many amazing people through this journey. The people at This Is My Brave and Postpartum Progress, and other people who I have known but have come about to share their own stories with me, and we realize that we are not alone. And my world has opened up in a way that I never thought was possible because of these issues, which some people would think, oh, my life is over. I have a mental illness. My life really began, besides being a wife and a mom, my life began when my diagnoses, that label came on my head. And so I'm sharing all of this, thanks to Jacqueline for giving me the encouragement to do it, to just let people know you're not alone, especially you moms in the middle of the night when you're feeding a baby and you are trying to settle them down and you're just like, really, what? I can't do this anymore. Yes, you can, but you need to take care of you. You need to take care of your own mental health and your own well-being before you can take care of anyone else. And the phrase, this too shall pass, again, it's so hard when you're in it, but it really does. Here I am. My boys, actually all three of my kids, are outside playing right now with neighbors. I'm not out there because they know the rules, and I'm inside, versus you told me, 4 years ago that I would be able to sit quietly in my house while my children played outside. I'd say, no, it's never going to happen. And also my point is that today someone posted an article or a music video about a song saying, slow down, don't grow up so quickly. And I never could understand why moms wanted the time of their early childhood days, the early days of their child's lives, to slow down. Why would I want to slow down being so tired and up in the middle of the night? And I never understood it. I get it now. I get under the fact that this does go by quickly, and eventually you'll be at the place where you can function and have hobbies and interests that you may not think that you could have had before. It does go by fast. But when someone says to you, enjoy every moment, when you're like, I haven't slept all night, I stink like, spit up, and, I can't leave my house, that really frustrated me, and I kind of got mad at people for saying it goes by so fast. So mommy's doing a video. See, there's my children. I'm doing a video. All that to say, so I've said it again, you're not alone, and everyone, be kind to each other. When you see a mom with a new baby, of course you want to say, how's the baby? How's the baby sleeping and eating, and how are they doing? Here's one of my babies. Also ask the mom, how is she doing? And if she gives you an answer of, I'm fine, or really read it and to figure out if she really means that, if she is doing fine, if there's anything that you can do to help her as she goes in those early days of being a mom, especially those moms who have little ones at home as well as an infant. We need to look at this. That's my oldest, and that's one of my twins. Just be kind and be sweet and do what you can to help those new moms as they, navigate that really difficult time. I am a co-climb leader, as I mentioned before, for the Climb Out of Darkness. She needs to tell me something, but she's going to have to wait. Emily, we're live. We're live.
Where?
Right there. There's 7 people watching us right now. That would be my daughter. I'm leading the Climb Out of Darkness on June 18th at Algonquin Regional Park, and it's at 8 a.m. and it's a whole bunch of women as well as spouses and anyone that has a passion for helping people who have gone through, women who have gone through mental health issues, to come and show support to each other, to network, to hug on each other and love on each other. And I would love for you guys to come if you're able. We are also raising funds for Postpartum Progress to continue to do their amazing work for maternal mental health. And if you feel led and you are able, please donate to our fundraiser so that they can continue doing their work. And we are leading the Loud and Fairfax climb, but there are climbs going on all through the country. And if you are not here in Northern Virginia, go to postpartumprogress.org, I think it's org, and see if there's a climb near you. And you can go and support the women who deserve it, and the spouses. Don't let me forget how amazing it is to have wonderful and supportive spouses, and the daddies and the husbands that really sometimes pick up a lot of slack when us moms are struggling. And I know, I couldn't do this without Kevin. So here's my baby. Thank you for listening to this almost 13 minutes, and I will put the link to the fundraiser underneath this video comment, and have a wonderful day. Bye.